Mr. Monteras, what can you say about my Bistek Tagalog?
I taste it.
Yummy!
Oh, good thing because if not,
Yummy!
yeah,
I want more, I want
you,
more.
You want more, you
I
want
want
more.
more.
About pa namit, sir. Hey Jammers, welcome back to Panlasangpinoy. I think did I say the wrong channel? Oh yeah, that's just kidding. So welcome back to Jam Moves, and I'm going to call our vlog today as Kusina ni Jam because we're going to cook. And believe it or not, I know some of you might be laughing at me because you know for a fact that I don't have any background in cooking. I took advantage of, staying at home. Now, like what I've said, I took advantage of the situation when, we just stay at home. So I learned a new skill, which is cooking. All right? I mean, I love to eat. I mean, my friends could attest to that every time when they cook, I would just like be the, taste tester. But anyway, I'm wearing my Filipino shirt right now. Our fifth vlog today, I'm going to cook for you, which is what we call Bistek Tagalog. Alright, so it's a beef steak, but it's a Filipino style. So now let's start with the ingredients that I prepared for you guys. Now for our Bistek Tagalog, we need all of these ingredients. First, we need to have 2 pounds of beef meat, which I think I got as, top round. Or you can have the sirloin. Now you have to cut them into small pieces like that. Alright? I've added some, the fatty parts of it, so that's gonna be more delicious. And then we have for the beef, we need to have 2 pounds. Because in the US they use pounds, but in the Philippines 2 pounds is equivalent to almost 1 kilo. Now here, next we have the black sauce. Now I'm using this, I mixed them. We need to have 5 tablespoons of that. Alright, so we got it right here. So I mixed the dato puti toyo manse. So that's gonna be like having that sour taste. Next, we have to have of course, the onion rings. So I've cut it like that. And then we got 1/2 teaspoon of your ground black pepper. Then we need to have 3 cloves of garlic. Now, one great characteristic of Bistek Tagalog is that it has that sour taste. So we need to have. Now I used lime instead of lemon. Because I think it's close to what we have in the Philippines, which is, the calamansi that we have. And then next, of course, later we need to like make the beef meat very tender. So if ever, let's say, it loses the liquid part of that, so I prepared the beef broth right here. And then we need to have garlic. I think 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we need to add 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. And lastly, we need to have your cooking oil. So I'm using vegetable oil. We need to have 3 to 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil or anything that you can use. So we're now ready. So everything is set. Well, so let's do it. Now, first things first, I think we're ready now to do the marinating of, the meat that we have. Now, of course, we have to prepare the meat. And then we have to squeeze the lemon that we have. So we're going to squeeze it right here. Now if you have calamansi back home, then that's what you have to do. Now be sure that when you start mixing all the ingredients that you have to keep your hands clean. Wash your hands before you do everything. Alright? So I just used 3 cuts or 3 slices of the lime. And then of course you have to mix it. After you put your lime, you have to put your dark soy sauce. Alright, so just pour it all over and then mix it with your hands. So be sure that your hands are clean. Alright? And what we're doing right now is we're trying to marinate the meat, and then we're gonna leave it for an hour. Alright? Then aside from that, you have to put the next thing that you have to put is your ground black pepper. Now, the measurement for that would be 1/2 teaspoon. Then you have to put the garlic, which is 1/2 teaspoon. Now, these are the things or the ingredients that you need for your marinating. The marinating part will give that initial taste for your meat. So just mix them all together. Now, while waiting for the marinating process of our meat for hour, so I've decided to probably just, do my laundry while waiting for it. Alright? See you later. Hey Jammers, after an hour, we're now ready to cook our Bistek Tagalog. Or just like how panlasangpinoy would say it, Bistek Tagalog. But here, so the process starts with, you have to prepare your pan. Now, this might look so ordinary for you, but I tell you, this costs ₱1,000,000. Now, the brand for this is Salad Master, so I think it costs ₱1,000,000. And if I'm not mistaken, you can pawn it to the pawn shop. Pwede pong isang lata. Ito. Alright, well, now first up, you have to heat your cooking pan. Now, once your pan is now heated, you can now put your cooking oil. So this is 3 to 5 tablespoons of cooking oil. So we'll just have to put it. And as soon as we put it, we just have to let it boil. And then we're going to put later our onion rings. As soon as the cooking oil starts to boil, you can now put your onion rings. So we cut this one into rings of the shape of that. It's a crosswise. You have to see to it that they separate. Okay. Now I don't want to put everything on it because I don't want all of my onions to be very overly cooked. So later, probably at the middle part of as we cook, we can put some more onion. Okay, so you have to wait for your onion to start to be having that kind of tenderness or brownish color. Then you can start now separating it. And then we're going to pan fry. We're going to fry our meat after this. Alright? We just have to place our onion rings on the side so that we can pan fry our meat right now. Okay? And then we're going to use these onions later. If you notice, I have that variety of onions, that thing that's kind of overly cooked, like medium cooked, and something that's really raw, so that I can have that, variety of taste and, in my beef steak. Bistek Tagalog. I think we're ready now to fry our beef, so let's do it. Right here. What we're going to do is just fry on a medium heat. Again, it's a medium heat. Now we're going to fry it for a minute or two on the other side. And then we're going to flip it over later after a minute after it's being fried. The main reason why we're doing this is, to keep that tender meat. Mr. Monteras told me that the best meat you could ever have is that it's tender and it's soft. Now after a minute, you have to flip it on the other side. So if you see, alright, so that it's gonna be like half cooked. And then when we mixed everything all together, it becomes like really cooked and tender and yummy. So I'll just have to flip it around like this one.
Okay. So we'll do this in all of our meat and all of the marinated beef that we have. Alright, just want to remind you that the temperature should be in heat. The temperature should be in medium heat.
Okay, we have to wait for another minute for it to be cooked on the other side. Okay, now that we have pan fried on both sides of our meat, so we can just put them aside, each of them.
And then we can have the mixture of our, the other ingredients that we have, right? Like a little bit.
Okay, Jammers, after we have fried our meat, what we're going to do right now is to saute our garlic. Yeah, so the garlic that we have used earlier, we are going to use that one right now. So we're going to saute it. Now, if you don't have much oil left, probably you can just, add some more. Alright? Then after you sauteed your garlic, what you're going to put is, the marinated mixture that you have earlier. And I just added some water and beef broth with this one. Alright? So just pour it in. Okay. Yep. And you're going to just mix it, and then later we're going to put our meat. Now after we have mixed together our garlic and the broth and the water and the marinated sauce that we have used earlier, this time we're going to put now the pan fried meat that we have. So all you gotta do is like put it down, drop them down, okay? There you go. Ooh, look. So it's gonna boil, and then it's gonna tenderize the meat some more, and you'll have the mixture of the taste of it. So let's cover it for 40 minutes, okay? And then right after 40 minutes, we're going to add, the onions that we have, fried earlier and everything. Probably we can put some more sugar. Hey Jammer, so while waiting for our meat to be cooked, so I decided to, it's really, rice is life. For Filipinos, rice is life. Alright? So I decided to cook my rice, but here I've decided to have like brown rice for the past months after I was diagnosed with really high blood pressure. Would you believe that my blood pressure reached 170 over 110? So I need to do some diet, exercise. It's not about just because I'm very picky, but I decided to eat some healthy foods right now. So right here, brown rice contains less carbohydrate. Cook our rice right now. We just have to wash it off. Alright? Others might be washing it off twice, but for me I just wash it once because I think it's cleaner. And I mean, you're not a Filipino if you don't know how to cook rice properly. Now, I was raised in a family where they love to cook. My mom, my mama Lot, my papa Lon, they know how to cook, and my sisters, they know how to cook. Alright, so now I think I complete the family tradition that at least I know how to cook. So here, of course, we don't have that measuring instrument. So just use your thumb, and then see that line, like the middle part of your thumb. See? Alright, that's the thing that you're going to measure the water in your rice. Okay, let's do it. Let's dip it. It's perfecto. Okay, we can have our rice. Now I think it's a good way to do that because we're waiting for our meat to be cooked. So we're just waiting for the rice, and it will be served like hot. It will be served hot. Just like that. Hey Jammers, after 40 minutes, I think our meat is now ready. Okay, the last thing that we have to do is we have to put the onions that we have prepared earlier and then mix it with our beef. Okay, I just have to add a little bit of sugar so that we can neutralize the taste of the sour and the bitter taste of it. So let's have this sugar. You need to have at least half teaspoon. And then cooking time. After that, you just have to mix them, and then you need to just wait for the last 3 minutes, right? And after 3 minutes, I think we're ready for our taste test, and this is gonna be my lunch right now. Okay. Hey Jammer, so I have cooked it, the Bistek Tagalog that we have, and here it is. Alright, so I'll just have to prepare my rice so that I can eat my lunch, and I'm gonna ask Mr. Monteras and Renee to, have that verdict on my Bistek Tagalog. Well, Jammers, it's now time for the taste test. I have right here my rice. I have my bistek. My Bistek Tagalog. Okay, let's keep it closer. And since I'm a proud Filipino, so I will not use spoon and fork because they say it's, the food becomes more delicious if you're going to use your bare hands. Yeah. Panlasangpinoy was right that you can eat more rice if you have your bistek. It's really good. We're in. Come on over, taste my bistek. So Renee, so how's my Bistek Tagalog? It's good. Why are you covering your face? You're not prepared? O sige. Pinoy na Pinoy kagid no? Kay gakinamot. So let's listen to our taste tester right now. Mr. Monteras, what can you say about my Bistek Tagalog?
I taste you.
Yummy!
Oh, good thing because if not,
Yummy!
yeah.
I want more, I want more.
You want more, you
I
want
want
more.
more.
About pa namit sir.
Namit din.
Ate, tama yung Filipino. Try. Oh, thank you. Sweet and sour or something. Try it. Yeah.
Boss, what? Nado?
Nando, yeah. How does it taste? How's Bistek Tagalog? No, wait! I have...
Really good.
Really good? Thank you.
Can I cut? Give me napkin, Cheryl.
And so until next time, this is just Bistek Tagalog. Next time around we're gonna bake. I'm gonna try some more, Filipino food. Or even American foods or anything. And so, I just want to say goodbye. It's Jam for the moves. And until next time, keep on subscribing. Yeah.